Allegedly, Melania Trump loses it on Michelle and Barack Obama for disrespecting her as the former First Lady.
Behind the scenes, what is it like when you're moving back in the White House? What's different this time?
The difference is I know where I will be going. I know the rooms where we will be living. I know the process. The first time was challenging. We didn't have much of the information. The information was upheld for us from previous administration, but this time I have everything. So it's very different a transition this time, second time around.
She's finally back home, and this is her house now. We're going to look at a topic that's been generating a lot of buzz online: the speculation surrounding an alleged lack of respect from Barack and Michelle Obama to Donald and Melania Trump at a White House event. We'll sift through the rumors, look at the context, and discuss what this situation is all about, while looking at issues between these two first families. During a candid chat with Ainsley Earhart on Fox and Friends, Melania Trump delivered a response about how she and Donald were seemingly left out in the cold by the Obamas during their White House handover. Listen to this. It turns out that the Obamas weren't exactly forthcoming with all the usual insider details for the Trumps. Wait a minute. Could this be one of the reasons Donald Trump and President Biden were never on the same team? Now, let's not forget the backstory. Trump skipped Biden's inauguration, busy with his own January 6th shenanigans. Fast forward to today, and Michelle Obama is also not attending the inauguration. Rumors abound that maybe she's fed up with Donald. But come on, she also wasn't exactly praising him in 2016, yet she still graced that stage with nothing but dignity. But could there be actual sparks of marital trouble? Reports are swirling. It happens to be her birthday. She posts a cryptic tweet, and Barack responds with a sweet, "I love you." On the surface, they seem lovey-dovey, but cracks might be breaking through. Case in point, just last December, Michelle sat down on the Jennifer Hudson show.
How's our former president doing?
He's doing okay.
Is he doing all right?
Yeah. He's still working.
Earlier, Jennifer Aniston had to squelch tabloid rumors about a potential Barack Aniston romance with a firm pal. Don't forget, this is a tabloid report. I only met him once. I know Michelle better than I know him. So what's really going on? It's fascinating. I've been scheming up theories for months that something's off in their marriage. Michelle was jet-setting over the summer. Well, not exactly solo, she was rubbing shoulders with billionaires. But Barack was nowhere in sight. They've always been touted as the ultimate lovebirds. But the way she talked about him on Jennifer's show sounded almost like she was mentioning a distant relative. He's just working nonstop, constantly on projects. At least he's working hard on that Hawaii connection, right? Yeah, right? It's like, wow, I snagged a major catch myself, but what do I know? And then there's her self-help empire. Books, journals, the whole works, which somehow comes off as a tad sleazy to me. Let's face it, this country turned her into a super wealthy, very privileged woman, yet she seemingly can't spare a moment? I mean, these people fly first class. Missing Jimmy Carter's funeral due to a scheduling conflict? Please. If that conflict were truly important, she'd have shared some juicy details. Sure, she stated that it was a scheduling conflict. Maybe she was busy with some mysterious project or recovering from a made-up illness. Honestly, for someone like Michelle Obama, nothing is ever truly off-limits. Even a routine mammogram would likely be handled the very next day with a private machine delivered right to her door. Now that the rumor mill is churning, why hasn't there been a denial? If you're as high-profile and powerful as they are, wouldn't you shut down these crazy theories? Their image is so interwoven that admitting marital strife or even an affair with Jennifer Aniston would send shockwaves. I mean, really, who would Barack choose as a second wife? For me, I'd probably go for a man myself. It's not over yet. It gets even better. This reminds me of Barack's biography that came out a few years ago. The New York Times basically said nothing to see here. But then I read about Barack having a major crush on his male college professor, having G-fantasies and discussing them with an ex. Sure, nothing scandalous there. But if you're picking up on something, well, I'm not entirely sold, but hey, maybe. I wouldn't fault him for eyeing a second spouse, but if these two split, I'm calling it Barack's heading into bachelorhood territory. So is there actual trouble in paradise, or is Michelle just her usual self? She's perpetually unimpressed. The only time she lights up is when she gets to rant about how much she despises Trump and our country. Love for Barack? That doesn't seem high on her enthusiasm list anymore. But who am I? Please give me your feedback in the comments section. I look forward to our next conversation.